everyone. So this is going to be a very chill video. I yesterday, or a couple days ago, did this picture, and I really like how it feels. It's very different from my usual style. It feels very fairy tale, very whimsical, and I kind of want to try doing some more things in that style. If you're not familiar with what I usually do, I tend to go more towards things kind of like this, just kind of, you know, bolder colors, but I am, you know, it's good to explore new styles and kind of see, all right, well, what can I get from this? What can I take from this and add into my own style, or the style that I usually do. So I'm gonna try and go, just to show you again, try to do some stuff with this much more subtle, muted palette. So today is just gonna be kind of a sketching, low-key day. I'll kind of walk you through the process that I've been doing for I hope you can hear Nagi yelling. I'll walk you through the process that I have been using to achieve this effect. People talk so much about how hard hands are to draw, but I'm just gonna speak my truth. Say I think mouths are so much harder to draw. Okay, so we kind of have that going on. Wow. If I just gave her just like the buffest arms. My dream. Okay, so okay, so this is the general idea. It does, God, it does look like she's just holding a pole. That's okay. This is just a little style test. So then what I would do is go in and I'm just gonna try and do a more refined black line layer. Pen that I use for all of my sketching and basically all of my line art is from Retro Supply Company. It's their dry gouache pen. I have a lot of stuff from them actually because they do these packs, but the gouache packs are really what I use like 99% of the time. No. Some good cat ASMR going on. Oh, okay, cool. We can give her her little like, I never draw teeth, but I love that you can see her two front teeth. Ah! that. I don't know if we'll keep that, but I do like it. Wow. Lily James, if you're seeing this, I'm sorry. But you know, she is one of the most beautiful women alive. I think she can handle me adoring her two front teeth. I feel like the greatest gift that the iPad gave me, I don't know if this is like a universal experience, but when I was younger and I drew exclusively traditionally, I would always contort both my upper body and my sketchbook would just like be spinning around constantly, and I would be like leaning on my desk to get the right angle, like full on, like I was like and okay, I think probably the thumb would do that. Yeah, that makes more sense. Conveniently, the thumb is, oh god, aha. Okay. There we go. Cool. Sorry, I would just be in like all kinds of crazy positions to try and get the right angle on the picture I was working on. And now I can just move the canvas around. It just means that I get to give you motion sickness by whipping the canvas around all the time. So, sorry. Okay, apron. I love this outfit so much. I love this movie. Lily James is adorable. The dress is beautiful. You know, I'm not a big traditional Cinderella fan, so I don't know. I liked the changes that they made. I don't know if you were like a big Cinderella fan traditionally, how you would necessarily feel about it, but and this is Perfect Gouache, also from that same retro supply company pack. Highly recommend it. They advertise it as like Mary Blair style, who did a lot of the early concept art for Disney. And if you have seen my art and know who Mary Blair is, you probably can tell that I am a big fan. It's funny, I actually, I had never heard of Mary Blair, but I started back up drawing. So I used to paint when I was like in high school, and then I started watching Cheyenne Barton's YouTube videos. I feel like a lot of people had this happen kind of recently, where they'd given up drawing and then they saw some illustrator, and a lot of the time I'm sure it's Cheyenne, and got back into it in kind of a more graphic style. And so I was working in this style for like a while, and then I kind of realized, I don't know, I had a couple of people compare my stuff to Mary Blair, and I was like, who is that? And I looked her up and I was like, oh my god, she's amazing. Okay, so there are basically two coloring techniques we're gonna use for this. Obviously this looks really crazy right now, but one of them that I use to get that kind of hand-done effect is using this Werder watercolor brush. I'm gonna go really big. I'm just gonna kind of come in to all of these light areas. And then I'm gonna come in with black. This won't stay black, but just give you an idea. We're gonna do this over the whole drawing. And then we're going to turn this into an overlay layer. So I don't do everything as an overlay. It's pretty delicate, as you can see. So basically what you're doing is you're just bringing up contrast on the areas that you drew over. So it can be good if you want to get some kind of like delicate shading. And I really like the effect of kind of like shading that looks like it was done in, you know, colored pencil or something. Okay, and then we can do the same thing on her skin. So she has, it's like a lot of light coming from over here. Oh my god, I did not even realize her hands were in this reference. I'm so dumb. Okay, god, what does she hold? She's just truly lifting, getting yoked. I do think that this movie was the only live action Disney movie they should have made. You know, like a remake. After this, they've all been not good. I deeply fear the Lilo and Stitch one. I feel like in my head, it's like, that cannot possibly be real. I see the promotional images. I think it is a prank. We will see. Lilo and Stitch, IMO. One of the best movies. Not just Disney movies, just movies. This mouth is going to be very divisive. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. Her little duck teeth. Okay. So the hair, I'm not really too... There are illustrations where I'll be really picky on the hair, and I'll like go in and make sure every strand is like really tight, but this is not one of those, again, because this is mostly like a style test, but even if it wasn't, her hair is kind of, you know, curly and a little bit messy, so I think it's okay if the lines are a little bit messy. Also, when I say that I pay attention to the hair, I do not mean the physics of it. I don't pay any attention to what the hair should be doing. I really just kind of like go with what gives the impression. Usually, say I usually draw curly hair. So usually it'll just be like, all right, well, what makes this look really nice and curly? Okay, well. Part of me likes this, part of me hates it. I feel like this is always the thing especially with trying a new style that's scary, is you're like, all right, well, I'm gonna sink a bunch of time into this picture that I may just hate. Whereas like when I'm working on in the style that I normally do, it's like very easy for me to tell really quickly whether a piece is going to work or not. And so I can abandon ship or usually figure out how I need to like course correct. Whereas with whenever you're trying a new style, one of the really scary things is like you don't know what like the normal ugly parts of the process are. Because there are always parts of a drawing where the drawing is ugly. And it's really just about like figuring out what those parts are versus when it should be, you know, more like at what point do you need to be worried, basically. Let me see. I think I want this to be an overlay. Yeah, okay. I'm also trying to decide if I actually want her nose to be, this is how I normally, this is like that's my go-to nose. But I could also do like she does have a very cute little button nose. So a lot of the time photos will have things that look fine in the photo but would be really hard to translate into a drawing. Like the kind of stark difference of her roots and, or I don't know if it's her roots or if it's just like the shadow that's casting, is not something that I think would translate very well. And it's like, ugh, this photo can really do whatever it wants, and I have to make people think it's believable. So that is all for this little draw with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was nice and relaxing to watch. I'm still kind of trying to get a feel for how long I want these videos to be, so go ahead and let me know if, you know, half an hour is too long, if you want it to be a little shorter, or if you like the kind of longer, I don't know, getting a chance to see more of the process. I know when I watch Draw With Me videos, I like them to be very long. Totally didn't forget. Here's the finished picture so you can see what that looks like. Not the way I would normally draw something like this, but fun to kind of mess around with it and see what I can push myself out of my comfort zone to do. So that's all. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next week. Bye!